Good morning, YouTube friends and family. Here is the one of the almost last episode of this series, the eviction. So, as you can see, and in previous videos, I showed you I did the spring DIY for curb appeal. I had to have the house fully pressure washed. And when I tell you, it's that was March 30th. It's now May 11th. So we're on May 11th. Oh my gosh. The smell is not gone. But the house is a totally different house. So what I did, I painted. I had to. It was like you do one thing, you gotta do another. You do the next thing, that make this over here look horrible. So this is, it just went on, and then I was hiring people. Some of the people wasn't, they had their issues. They was trying to squat and pretend they was working and they needed to live here to do the job. I had to oust them. It was just a lot going on. I had to oust my own brother. He over here grilling and cooking, and I'm trying to get the smells out. You making more smells. So it was a lot. But I finally found someone to finish. And it took a little longer than they said, but okay, it's done. It's done as it's gonna get, right? So I'm gonna show you around, tell you what I did, of course. No floors were changed, but I done mopped these floors and mopped these floors. After a fresh mopping, after a fresh mopping, the smell goes away for a minute. But when you come back, it's back again. Okay, so we found the light switch. We yanked out the oven, threw that on the curb. It was fit for the trash. Even the range hood, it was fit for the trash. We had to wipe down every wall. Even after wiping down every wall, it had to be painted. I think, okay, it looked like it's been done. So we freshly painted everything. Everything. I had to replace the faucet because it was skeeting out a little something. I did replace the blinds, but the painters got something on it. I replaced all the blinds except for like one or two. But blinds for the most part, the regular size ones are $10. We had to replace doors. Doors ain't cheap. The cheap doors ain't cheap. So I had to replace doors. We cleaned, we patched walls, we took down stuff. This house looks like a totally different house at this point. And I had to have the unit serviced and cleaned. So this closet got cleaned and somewhat painted. But I had to have the unit serviced and cleaned. So I don't know which doors we changed, but this probably is not one of them. But I had to change several doors. So, I changed ceiling fans. The ones that were missing a whole piece or missing the globe and we couldn't locate them. All that. I had to change, a total of 3, I think, or 4, I don't remember. Blinds. It looks like a totally different house. Now something I wish I would have did was changed all the outlets, but then you're getting into more expenses. And I was ready to be done with this thing. So I at first offered to somebody who'd been asking me if I sell them something. I had first offered it to them for $105, but I gave him 24 hours to answer me. And I let him see it when it was dirty because I wasn't doing nothing for $105. And so when the question was asked, yes or no, right now, final answer, they said no. I said, oh yeah, good, because I forgot I had said that to them. But since I had it in a text and in writing, I say, well, I guess I'll honor what I said in text. I do not like this. Make sure the window locked. Okay. So we'll close that back up. But this is one of the bedrooms. This is the one where the closet was piled up with, I mean, like it was like a contractor's bag full of trash in there. So that's that one. I have thoroughly mopped. I'm not mopping no more. Looks like the inspector's been through here, so they've been opening up stuff, and that's why that stuff was in the floor in the hallway. But this is one of the fans I didn't change because it still works, and we found 2 globes, but that was it. So, yes, this room is somewhat back together, but then again, this might fail inspection, something like that. But again, I ain't doing it till I have to do it at this point, and when I have to do it, it'll get done in a day. So, that is one room. So the bathroom, I painted in here. Let me get the lights on. Now it's gonna get bright. Okay, so that's super bright. Because I painted in here, changed light bulb. See, this room has a skylight. I fixed this hole. So this was a big old hole behind the faucet in the tub. So I fixed that. I was not doing a remodel because I don't have the labor for that. Change the toilet seats. I don't know anybody that, I could trust to do the labor for that. So I didn't go into a full remodel. That was just not on the agenda. And at the end of the hall, I think it was a hole or something going on, but it looks so, paint makes the difference. Paint is the lipstick on the pig. But, and we'll get to what happened with it. So this closet, it was way filthier than that. That's the best we could do at this point. I mopped and mopped. Other people mopped and mopped. It was just a lot. Then here is the other bedroom. Now you see the difference a coat of paint made. And this is my little favorite paint, Bare Ginger Sugar, my color. So I just use that. I'm not an agreeable gray girl, and I don't think everybody is. Again, this paint color, Ginger Sugar from Bare, picks up all of the grays, beige, white. It's I love the color. So more doors. I'm sure we had. I think this was the room that was in the best shape in the beginning. But of course, changed blinds, painted, and again, how all the outlets just kind of coming from the wall. But I didn't do that. If it's a requirement, I will, but not until it's a requirement. So this room, this is the master. So what we did, we rearranged some doors too. So, like for the closet, and I'll get more into it. What is that? So people in here tearing up stuff. Whoever inspecting is in here tearing up stuff. Oh no. Oh, we ain't gonna say what that is, but I see some movement. Not sure. Maybe they was checking. The inspector was checking. I don't know what that is. But so the closets. I'm waiting to find out what happens with the inspection. But the closets, I just decided to do the accordion doors because it's a house around the corner. So here's the deal. It's a house like right around the corner, meaning I could, a football player could probably throw a rock and hit it. So that house is this exact same house in a different yard. And that house was fully done. So I took some of the fully done ideas that they did and just threw them over here. Because I called that realtor. He offered me $106 to buy. Then he offered a partnership to fix it all the way up. But he sent me a list of stuff that he would do. It was $17,000. And remember, I already did a trash out. So why we need a whole dumpster? What is that for? For $1,000. What is a management fee for if we're partners? So basically it would have been anything over 113, we split 60-40, 60 going to me, 40 going to him. And I'm like, so why am I paying you a management fee and 60-40 split and a real estate commission? No. So of course, but then when I asked, I had too many questions. So I ain't saying no names. I'm just telling you my experience. But when I asked, I was asking too many questions and we wouldn't work out together. So yeah, he thought he had a dummy. And I tell these people before, not the first out the gate, I've been in mortgages and real estate for 20 years. So I know what numbers mean. You ain't messing with the okie doke. This is not that. That's not who I am. So I question things, and that didn't work. So, and it was another offer of we just get it together, and he listed. But I just went back with the property manager to list it. So, and just got it listed. So then I entertained a couple of other people, but I mean, people were still offering me $85,000, $90,000. Even with a video, $85,000, $90,000. I said, yeah, we're going to put it on the MLS. Maybe even give an owner-occupant a chance and see how that goes. So we finished all this. I got it to acceptable. So basically, I was thinking, okay, yeah, somebody could, if they had to move in here, they could move in here. And they can improve upon it later or improve upon it once they get in here. You already got freshly painted walls. If you wanted to move in and have the flooring done or have the flooring done before you move in and do other little stuff, it's better because the house around the corner, let me backtrack. Let me get you back on. House around the corner was listed for $165,000 and it had multiple offers and contracts at $168,000. So let's backtrack again. I was gonna get this house away for $105,000 in that state. I didn't do the fine numbers, and maybe I will do a last video with the fine numbers, the actual numbers, but I might have spent about, I would say about five-ish, around $5,000 to get my house that I've had 20 years back to an acceptable state. I would say maybe $5,000 to $6,000, somewhere in there. And I was going to give it away for $105,000, but the house selling around the corner selling for $6,000. But then after the other dude offered me $106,000, and I'm talking about $106,000. Okay, so when the other dude offered me $106,000, I said, oh no, not when I'm looking at what you gonna get. No, don't give away your equity. Put a little work in. So we did all of this. I've had the yard. I've been keeping the yard up. I did my little $50 DIY project. I did some of the stuff. I had other people do some of the stuff, and I had the final guy come in. He was like $1,900. That's why I say I don't know the fine numbers. So, but we are at the very least 5,000, maybe 6. But, so I got it to this point, and my final cleaning was last Thursday. I don't know the date, but today is April 11th. So I finally did my own last cleaning, and it took me hours, even though it was nothing in here, just to get all the extra little construction trash out, mop, wipe down the bathroom just a little bit. And and I'm on the realtor. I had to sign the contract, but I'm on him like, okay, I was ready Thursday, why my house ain't up Friday? Okay, so it got up Friday night. By 8, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, it was late. There was a showing that morning at 9:30ish. That was the first showing. There was an offer, 10,000 over asking. So the total offer was 140,000 with a conventional loan being done by a broker. So if you see it's being done by a broker, if the loan can get done, it's gonna get done with a lot of cash down. The only contingency was the inspection. That's why I say the inspection was yesterday, and hopefully nothing went wrong with that. It is fine to pass for conventional financing. So they was on it, on point, and 140,000 is livable, fair. I was like, oops, I priced it too low. But that was good because, no, I didn't take the first, well, I did take the first offer, but the first offer brought it. It came like it was supposed to come. So, but I also have more, I have had more showings. I have another offer on the table. It probably won't be one that I would take because FHA is harder to get closed and all of that, asking price. But we'll see what happens. I know the house around the corner that was under contract, last I checked, it was still pending under contract. Don't know what happened with that. Again, and you know, it has to appraise, but whoever's buying it has the cash. So they can probably, if it's a few thousand difference, they'll go on and take that and eat that and pay it. So I came out on top on this little house I paid 40-something thousand for 20 years ago. That is the truth about home ownership. If you got a home that you own, at some point in life, we have ups and downs in the real estate market. But at some point, you can make, that home will make you money at some point. I mean, it's been rented, even though the tenants only stay I think the most ever 3 years. It's been rented pretty much the whole time. No problem really renting it. It's just the disaster. That wasn't the first time my house has been left like that. Put it that way. That was one of the top 2 disasters that I walked into with this particular house. So, I mean, it's part of the game. It's like you getting rent for 2 years and then they move and you got $7,000. You got to spend $7,000 to get it ready for the next one. So you really that's like 8 months of that rent or 6 months of that rent or however much, okay? So you just got to be ready for the game if you want to play the game. But if you don't own, it's a horrible time to buy. But if you don't own, you might want to look into it if you feel like you can be a homeowner. And on like this house, I don't know who's buying it, might be an investor, he might be living here, I don't know yet. Don't care anyway, long as I walk away with my check. But this house would rent for $1,400. You could buy it. Well, I would say $1,250 to $1,400, depending on what kind of food you can find. But you can buy it, and the mortgage would be around $800-900. So do that math. Everybody, I don't want to be responsible for repair. Get a home warranty and find you a good handyman you can pick up the phone and call. Cause this out here, being a slave to rent and the owners own and they can change their mind and all of that ain't a good situation. And like I said in the first video, all of the small landlords that'll work with you, that ain't gonna rip your head off, they exiting because of people doing what they do. People doing them like this. Holes in the walls, holes in the door, pure filth, pure stench. I mean, really, I can't no more. So I still have some. I'm gonna keep those, but I always got choices. I always got options. This is why I'm sitting here. Ain't worried. I make a little bit of money now, but hey, this is my payday. Ching ching. So I'm gonna show you a little bit of the outside. I ain't want to be out there and the neighbors all in my business because there is some neighbors. But I'm gonna show you the outside and in the video outside. So yeah, and me and my brother fell out because he sat here 10 days cooking in the kitchen, got food in the refrigerator, getting a little too comfortable, and wouldn't even pick the trash up out the yard. I mean, every day I came here, I'm like, pick up the trash, dude. Clean up the yard. You want to get paid? He would sit here and wait on lunch. He would be gone sometime when we would come. When whoever I had working for the day would come back. He would be gone when we got here. And then he would show up around lunchtime because I would buy the crew lunch. And he would show up around lunchtime. See, like I told him to get that trash still back there. Oh, and another thing that was so funny. I don't know what all this is, but it looked like one of them new ones I bought, and it's out here. I'm going to just leave the door with the house. I have no use for that door. But yeah, so this is what the inside looks like, all clean. I even had the guy pressure wash in here. So it's all clean. There's some more trash out here that should have been picked up too. Oh, and the people I had the house, they had bought their dog here and was sleeping here. I said, no, I walked in the backyard. They got the dog tied up. I said, oh no, y'all got to go. Y'all got to go. Gave them their last little payment and had to find somebody else to fix the mess. So yeah, that's how that went. But yeah, my brother had to get ousted because he wasn't doing nothing. But then the funny thing is, oh, he did get the tree up. Okay, the tree's cleared out. All this extra stuff is cleared out. Nothing but a water hose. But yeah, I had to oust him. I'm like, you sitting here walking past the same trash, it won't pick it up. Oh yeah, they did a good job on the yard. Now I see. Okay, so yeah, the yard man probably cost me all total since I've been back, been working on it, like $160 to get the yard right. Other than my $50 DIY. But yeah, like $150 to get the yard right. And all the trash is up. It looks, and this will make a good homestead. I mean, shoot. You look at this yard, it's a nice size yard. No backyard neighbors. You could put a chicken coop over there, or in the middle. Put your garden here, full sun going all the way around. You even got all this to put plant gardens at. All this. This is a lot of space to plant a garden. So some homesteader would have been happy as all get out with this for $140,000. So if you looking for a house, don't give up. Something to come along. What's for you is for you. Oh my gosh, look at this big old dog on the loose. This big old dog on the loose ain't even on. He's like, oh goodness. You see that big old dog over there? He ain't on no kind of thing. He ain't got no collar on. And my fence open. Oh my gosh. But to my garden buddies, I am really liking this. I gotta go see if I could catch one at this Texas sage right here. This is a pretty flowering hedge. I gotta go get some more Texas sage, cause if you watching Texas sage, that thing look good. It looks so good, and it got these pretty little purple flowers on it. So I'm gonna fix this because it is drooping and dying. Somebody must have stepped on it. But yeah, the spring DIY is doing okay. For nobody to be watering it, it's doing pretty good. And it just, this is what it is. This is how it goes. And I'm happy. And we're going to have some great vacations. And I'm going to enjoy life. And maybe I'll tell you what I do with my new windfall. Maybe I won't because it ain't your business. But we'll see. I do hope you enjoyed this journey with me. I may have one more when we talk the numbers. Maybe. But once I put this up, it's already sold. It's already done. The deal's closed. By the time I put this series up, it might be August or something like that, and the money's gone. So don't you come for me, cause she ready. But but if I talk numbers, that'll be the case. So don't even think about it. I'm contemplating paying off my house, actually, or paying off one of my other rental properties, like the very first one I bought with the money. So that's what part of the plan is. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm at a stage in life. I need to make better choices and enjoy life while we still here. That's my thing. But I hope you like this series. Again, if you like it, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and get out there and plant a seed. Plant a seed. Plant a seed. I love you to life. The Lazy HOA Gardener signing off. And we'll get an update once the deal is done. All right. Bye-bye.